Coming up on UIWtv, see how a road safety event helps students stay safe for the holidays. Next, a UIW student shares their faith journey and the impact on his life. And find out how seniors are preparing for graduation for the fall 2025 semester. All this and more on UIWtv.
Welcome back to UIWtv, where we bring you all the latest in news, entertainment, and sports. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Ryan Treviño.
And I'm Ellie Vallor. Now this is our final newscast of the 2025 school year, and the holidays are just around the corner. I don't know about you, Ryan, but I'm looking forward to opening those Christmas presents.
And I'm looking forward to spending time with my family.
Last week, UIW hosted an event where students learned about safety on the roads and the resources available to our Cardinals. Reporter Syrus Espinoza has more.
The Office of Advocacy and Accountability hosted a road safety event at the parking lot near the Student Engage Center in collaboration with the HERO program.
With the HERO program, we work in coordination together with TxDOT. We're the 911 service for TxDOT. If people are stranded out on the highway, whether it's gas, coolant, tire changes, jump starts, we're able to provide that service for free. We also have tow trucks that operate throughout the city. So if you're stuck out on the highway in a dangerous place, we're able to pick you up and take you to a safer location.
Featured at the event were other vendors to help students to stay safe on the roads.
The main purpose of bringing them to this campus, as well as our other vendors from TxDOT, MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, and other vendors, is to let our students know that driving safety is important, especially when they're going to be on the roads going home for Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, just to be aware of the other guy and the services that the city, state offer.
With to all future drivers that do intend on going on the highway during the holiday, a message from the HERO program.
Just stay safe out there. Highways are very dangerous. We're just trying to make them a safer place. You're stranded. We're going to do our best to get you off.
We here at UIW wish for you to be safe on the roads during the holidays. Syrus Espinoza, UIW News.
While the holidays may be full of wonder, road safety is key to having a happy holiday. And with so many students commuting to UIW every day, we wanted to know how they stay engaged with the community here on campus. Here is Alexis Benavides with the story.
Every morning, hundreds of UIW students start their day, not in a dorm, but on the road. Commuter students make up a large part of the community here at UIW, and for many, finding time for campus involvement can be challenging.
I think I miss out on the campus engagement events because they're so late. I'm usually here really early in the morning, so I don't want to stay for 12 hours, but yeah, I think I miss out on a lot of events.
While other commuters express their effort to stay involved despite the distance.
I would say, if anything, I go to more events, as weird as that sounds, because I need that social interaction. So I find myself often making more plans, or I find myself being like, hey, let's go to this event together, rather than just going home.
UIW provides several ways for commuters to stay engaged on campus, with one office in particular leading the effort to bring those students together.
If you're looking for more opportunities here at UIW as a commuter, look no further than room 3150 in the SEC, where you'll find the Campus Life office.
And commuter students being 75% of our population, that's a big part. So I want those commuter students to feel engaged. I want them to feel like they're a Cardinal. I want them to feel like they have the same opportunities that every other student does.
Whether they choose to head home after class or stick around for events, commuter students continue to find ways to make UIW feel like a second home. For UIWtv, I'm Alexis Benavides.
To learn more about resources available to commuters, visit room 3150 in the Student Engagement Center.
Now here's a story that'll make your skin crawl. What might be the world's largest known spider web was recently discovered in a cave in the Greece-Albania border. The area is more commonly known as Sulphur Cave. A group of researchers visited the cave in mid-October, where it was observed not only to be 1,140 square feet, but also housing 111,000 spiders. When taking a closer look, researchers found 2 different species that usually live alone. But whether you're alone or part of a community, a UIW student has found a new calling outside the classroom, one rooted in faith and purpose.
I've started feeling like I had a purpose.
For many college students, balancing studies and self-discovery can be challenging, but for Jordan Gonzalez, that journey led to something much deeper, a renewed devotion to faith.
And I started following Christ, reading the Bible, and spending more time with him in prayer. I started feeling more joy, peace, love, patience, faithfulness.
Father, thank you for today. Thank you for giving.
Jordan's commitment to faith continues to grow with the help of his pastor, who's watched him mature spiritually and personally.
Jordan really loves the heart and the knowledge of God. So to see him, reading his Bible and to see him telling stories about his faith has just been so inspirational to me.
Outside of church, Jordan volunteers his time with UIW's Edling Center, where he assists with community projects and events.
He's in home knowing that he can be his full self. So I believe that if you're your full self, that's your best self, and you can put your best self forward. And since we work with the community, we have a really great person always putting his best self forward.
From his church to UIW's campus, Jordan's story shows how faith can inspire purpose, and purpose can inspire others. For UIWtv, I'm Evelyn Lira.
UIW mission of faith and service helps those in need in the Alamo Heights community with Golden Harvest. Reporter Morgan Huizar has the story.
As the holidays are approaching, the UIW Student Government Association kicked off their annual Golden Harvest event for the San Antonio Food Bank. All of the schools on the Incarnate Word main campus will be competing against each other to see who can get the most donations for their respective schools.
It started on November 3rd. And it's going to go along until December 9th. And then even after we end it for the main campus, we're going to be extending that for the residents here on campus.
Each student who donates up to $5 will get 1 service hour per each item donated, giving students an opportunity to give back to those in need.
Golden Harvest has started. This is a great way for the University of the Incarnate Word students to donate to the San Antonio Food Bank. What you can do is go to these bins right here, located right here by Chick-fil-A, and donate something as simple as mac and cheese and put it in the bin for your school.
Every week until December, the Student Government Association will be posting what items qualify for donations of that week.
The exciting part of Golden Harvest is, of course, knowing that you're helping the community, particularly our community here in Alamo Heights.
Food is often scarce for those in vulnerable situations. This act of selflessness can bring students together 1 donation at a time. For UIWtv, I'm Morgan Huizar.
If you wish to volunteer, remember to log your service hours to UIW Give Pulse in your Cardinal apps. Now, before you guys head out for the fall break, it's important to check how the weather's looking. Khalil Ray, give us the forecast.
What's up, San Antonio? I'm student meteorologist Khalil Ray, and right now it feels very sticky outside, and you can tell by that dew point sitting at 70 degrees. Very, very sticky, uncomfortable. A lot of us have that frizzy hair. Luckily, I didn't because I don't have that much hair to begin with. But looking at the dew points across the area, we're not the only ones feeling that way in San Antonio. 71 degrees in Carson City, and upper 60s for most of our area, including to the west, into the hill country, and areas to the south. Just feeling uncomfortable as heck this morning, and that's because we have this low really scooping in a lot of moisture from the Gulf, and that's just going to continue throughout today and tomorrow. So that's why we see a lot of those rain chances. And then after this system pushes through and we have that cold front move through, dropping our temperatures just slightly, we're going to have another system that we're going to be watching coming off the coast that's going to develop over the southwest, and that's going to bring even more rain chances as we go later on throughout this 7-day forecast period. So right now, we look at the radar, we're already seeing some storms firing up in the hill country, some heavy rain as a matter of fact, just to the north of Kerrville, and that's just going to continue. We're going to see that rain just train over the same areas over and over again, and you can see that especially looking at the future track, when we have this line of thunderstorms that's just going to continue over these areas of the hill country over and over again. And then we're going to have another rain pass through early Friday morning. Now, because of these multiple rounds of rain, we do have a flood watch for our area, including Bexar County here in San Antonio, areas to the west and to the northwest that could just see those multiple rounds of rain over and over again. It's just not going to, it's going to be pretty much never ending for us. So what's they look like here in San Antonio? Well, we are going to be pretty mild in terms of our temperatures, sitting in the lower 80s, but we are going to see some of those rain chances start to ramp up this afternoon and going into later on tonight. So here's what our 7 days is going to look like. We're going to be sitting in the 80s for most of our forecast period. Not a comfortable one. It's going to be very muggy because we're just going to have that stream of moisture coming in from the Gulf. And then we're going to see our rain chances, as a matter of fact, stay with us over the next 5 days, ramping up to about 6% chance by early next week before we finally start to dry off and clear out from this very wet pattern going into Tuesday and Wednesday, along with seeing some of those cooler temperatures. So for more weather updates, visit us at UIW Weather.
Thanks, Khalil. I'll be sure to have my umbrella ready for the weekend. And that's not the only thing we're getting ready for. Graduation is just around the corner for many students here at UIW. Reporter Ellie Garcia gives us a glimpse of how students feel about their experience here at UIW.
As the semester comes to an end, many students, from freshmen to seniors, are reflecting on their future. The University of the Incarnate Word is preparing to celebrate its graduation in just 24 days. But as they get ready to walk the stage, some are asking, has UIW prepared them for what comes next?
I feel like I'll be successful because I feel like there's many resources here that can help you out.
From advising to teaching, this is all the stepping stones for the future and applying that to what you do after.
I think they have given me like a lot of things that I can take with me in the real world.
Now as the day for walking across the stage becomes more real, many graduates are turning their attention to what comes next, the job market. Finding that first opportunity after college is becoming a bigger focus as students prepare to transition from student to alumni.
I'm scared. Everybody's like kind of scared about that. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I have an idea, but I think the idea is just like the more work I put in, the more I'm kidding out.
Whether stepping into the workforce, continuing their education, or exploring new opportunities, UIW's soon-to-be graduates are ready to turn the page and begin the next chapter of their journey. As a graduating senior, I am grateful for my experience here at Incarnate Word. For UIWtv, I'm Allie Garcia.
Incarnate Word commencement ceremony will be held on December 13th at 10 a.m. For more information, go to uiw.edu/commencement.
For any students looking to start a career, we checked in with a student club that is looking to help those enter the entrepreneurial route.
Many people will talk about starting a business in conversation, but how many will actually take the steps to do it properly? The answer is in this student club.
Within the startup competition, students in the business school and really just of any major at UIW are able to put their business ideas to solve real-world problems.
The Collegiate Entrepreneurship Organization, or CEO, has more than 16,000 members from across several universities. One UIW student has found success and confidence from the club.
Both environmentally and externally, by going to those conferences, but also internally as well, because I believe a lot of students who are pursuing the entrepreneurship path, they really grow as a person by taking these kinds of risks.
The organization hosts multiple events and meets to promote not only entrepreneurship, but also encourage readiness, instill confidence, and better prepare students in the long run. The club hosts a startup competition that encourages students to create a startup business, which then gets judged by professionals in the field.
So getting to hear their perspective and any questions that they may have for us allowed us to expand our idea a little bit more and to grow from that. And now we're here again for the startup. So we got our idea into the startup, and we do have a little bit more experience, but even then we're using it as an opportunity to learn a little bit more, to put some legs to our idea, and to hopefully scale it out from there.
CEO has made great strides to further their members for entrepreneurial success, regardless of major, existing experience, and other factors. It provides an accessible environment where students can truly learn the ecosystem and create and foster business ideas. From UIWtv, I'm Victor Custodio.
If you're interested in the CEO Club, you can check them out on UIW Engage. Sodexo is hosting Global Eats in celebration of International Education Week, a tradition that brings global cuisine to our UIW campus. McKenna Moczygemba is live at the scene to see what's on the menu for today.
Thank you so much. Today I'm in the UIW dining hall with Sammy Muniz, the operations manager. So now first, Sammy, can you kind of tell me what's happening in the UIW dining hall right now?
Yeah, actually, we are having our annual Thanksgiving dinner. It's something that we do to treat the UIW students and staff just for a family gathering like you would have at home as well.
Is this a part of the Global Eats program I keep hearing about around UIW?
Yeah, actually it is. So we have partnered with the international service students to bring you global cuisine from around the world. Monday we featured Brazil. We did some Asian flair on Tuesday, and then on Friday we're doing Italian. Today we're actually doing an American Thanksgiving because a lot of our international students have never had a traditional Thanksgiving meal. So this is something that we try to bring into the program as well.
Now, I hear you keep mentioning students to come visit. How can students kind of get involved with Global Eats and UIW dining?
Yeah, absolutely. So the international student services actually select which meals that we have. So it's based on students from home countries, and we kind of pick something that, they feature from that they would love to eat over there. So what we do is we bring it to the dining hall so all of our traditional students who may have never visited Brazil or Italy can get the same taste as well.
Nice. Now, finally, is there anything you want to say to someone who might be watching?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I want to point out is our Swipe Out Hunger program. It is a program that we donate meals to the school. Any student facing food insecurity, especially during the holiday season, can scan the QR code that you can find at any of our dining facilities, and we can give you up to 10 meals to use in our dining hall free of charge. All you need to do is just scan the QR code. The university will get a hold of the student, and then you just come in and eat we will never know that you applied for that program.
Wow, what a wonderful program. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here and allowing us to be here.
Absolutely, thank you.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. That Thanksgiving food sure looks tasty. And on the topic of food, Ellie, I'm curious, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Well, Ryan, I've got to go with a classic, cream corn.
I am personally more fond of ham.
I mean, ham is delicious and it's juicy. Well, with Thanksgiving coming up, it's not just food that we're grateful for. Let's turn it over to our social media question. This week we asked, what are you thankful for? We'll circle back to your responses later in the show. For now, stick around. We'll be right back after this break.
How was your day? Good, but I have a lot of work to do, sadly. Well, I'm sure you'll get it all done. Oh, and when you're done, can you help me with something later? Sir? Are you done yet?
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back to UIWtv. I'm Kase Victoria, your entertainment insider for today, here to bring you all the latest and greatest entertainment buzz. Are you a first-generation college student? If the answer is yes, then I hope you had the opportunity to attend the First Generation event. Here's Sienna with more details.
I just went to UIW First Gen, and they had multiple different prizes, from notebooks, lanyards, tote bags, and if that doesn't convince you, there is even free food. Come join me and let's see what's going on.
UIW had its 4th annual First Generation event that invited students to enjoy fellow First Generation classmates.
I think First Gen is taking that next step in your life, try and go above and beyond.
The event offered free food and multiple different prizes. Seniors were also able to have some pictures taken.
And especially here at UIW, there's a lot of support. We've got the full First Gen committee here, and it's made up of, like I said earlier, faculty, staff, administrators, and we also have a student group. Hopefully we'll be bringing in alumni into the group soon too. So there is support here for First Gen.
Students gain access to academic support, resources, mentorship, and much more here at UIW. This has been Sienna Estrella with UIWtv.
For access to these resources, you can go to uiw.edu under Student Resources, then click First Generation. The Romantics class recently hosted a most elegant tea party to honor Jane Austen's upcoming 250th birthday. Guests sipped tea, enjoyed sweet treats, and even played bingo for giveaways, all the while sharing their love for one of the literature's most iconic authors. While Austen's actual birthday isn't until December 16th, this early celebration gave students a chance to experience her world and connect with fellow fans in true Austen fashion.
So I wanted to create the same experience at UIW with our community. And I wanted to try to share in that friendship, the same sort of like friendship that I had when I first read Jane Austen.
The event proved that Austen's legacy is still alive and captivating a new generation of readers. With her stories of wit, love, and resilience continuing to resonate, events like these remind us that literature is meant to be lived and shared. And there's always something to celebrate here on campus. But with holidays quickly approaching, reporter Maurilio Cruz shows us how we kick things off here in the Nest.
The holiday season is shining a little bit brighter at the University Incarnate Word thanks to the annual tree lighting and illumination celebration, a tradition that brings light, hope, and joy to campus as students prepare to take on finals. The event took place on the mezzanine level of the Student Engagement Center, where Cardinals gathered to share in a moment of warmth and community. Hosted by the Student Government Association and Residence Life, the evening was designed to lift spirits and remind students that even during the busiest time of the semester, there's always room for celebration.
It's really to bring a lot of Christmas spirit and joy as they walk the halls of the SEC. So that's our main job.
UIW President Dr. Thomas Evans led the countdown to the tree lighting, offering words of encouragement as the campus embraced the holiday glow.
In so many ways, and the lights are something that reminds us of all of that, of the hope of the season. And to me, our students are the great hope for the future of our world. And so it's really very appropriate to me that we start this way with the student tree.
And after the tree was lit, the celebration continued outside at Westgate Circle and Dubuis Lawn with the illumination event, complete with snacks, games, and even a special visit from their guy in the red suit himself, Santa Claus. For many Cardinals, the tree lighting is a chance to recharge before the semester's final stretch. With more events on the horizon, UIW students have plenty to stay excited for as they head into the holidays. For UIWtv, I'm Maurilio Cruz.
And you certainly won't have to wait too long for the next lit holiday event here on campus. So dust off your jingle bells because the 39th annual Light the Way is finally here. Reporter Matthew Montoya takes a look at what makes this Christmas tradition so special.
Light the Way is an event where people in San Antonio can come and enjoy a night celebrating the holidays. This event provides live music, food trucks, local vendors, a kids area, and much more. This event officially kicks off the holiday season for UIW. And I'm actually here with our drum major, Elijah. Good to see you, man. How are you doing today?
Good, man. How are you doing?
And so, you are the drum major. You are the leader out of all of us. How does it feel knowing, this will be your first time leading the Marching Cardinals for Light the Way coming up Saturday?
It's an exciting feeling. It's a huge thing to be a part of with the community. And it's just something I've really been looking forward to all season.
It's not just the people of San Antonio who are excited for Light the Way. Our very own Incarnate Word students are just as, if not even more excited. Whether it's coming just for fun or going with family as a tradition, it's always very nice to see our students here for this event.
It's pretty cool because ever since I was kind of a kid, we've always been coming to Light the Way and see the lights here in UIW. So kind of a big emotional, kind of a childhood thing to do.
We look forward to seeing you all at Light the Way on Saturday, and it kicks off at 3 o'clock. For UIWtv, I'm Matthew Montoya.
Thanks, Matthew. My personal favorite part of Light the Way is riding the train, but I hope you can stop by this year for more Christmas cheer. And of course, we can't have Christmas without our favorite Christmas jams. McKenna Moczygemba is back again to bring us the last Music in a Minute for the semester. What do you have for us, McKenna?
Welcome back to this week's Music in the Minute. I'm here to bring all the latest hot goss of the music world. Mr. Fantasy is officially performing in the 99th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, joining an exclusive lineup including the Radio City Rockettes, Megan Donnelly, and Callum Scott. Mr. Fantasy's float theme is a pirate ship. He said, quote, "I'm the captain of the ship," end quote. Stars want to rock and roll all night as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted new members including, but not limited to, Cyndi Lauper, The White Stripes, and Outkast. The performer inductions honors artists who have significantly influenced the course of rock and roll. The Grammys has officially released the 2026 nominees for new artists, including Cat's Eye, Addison Rae, Somber, and more. The nominees for Best Album include, but are not limited to, Sabrina Carpenter's Man Best Friend, Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia, and Justin Bieber's Swag. To see a full list of nominees, go to Grammys.com. Well, that's all for this week's Music in the Minute. Back to you in the studio.
What would you say is the best game to come out this year? That is the question that will be answered when the Game Awards roll on around December 11th. With 29 different categories this year, it's pretty stacked with some most well-received games to have hit the screens. Games like Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, who some say is most likely to win this year. Though if you were to ask the indie game community, some would say that the well-anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong is the front-runner. But for fans, won't have to wait too long to see which games come out on top. You can visit thegameawards.com when results are posted. And now, let's turn it over to other productions for the big screen. Michael Barrett is back again to bring us the final cut. What do you have for us, Michael?
Welcome to The Final Cut. I'm your host, Michael Barrett, and today we're talking about Predator: Badlands, which released on November 7th, 2025 in the United States. The film was directed by Dan Trachtenberg, returning for his third film in the Predator franchise, and follows a young predator named Dek, who sets out to hunt a fearsome, allegedly unkillable predator known as the Kalisk. On the journey, he forms an unlikely partnership with Thea, a damaged Weyland-Yutani synthetic, and comes into conflict with the Weyland-Yutani Corporation as a whole, who is also hunting the Kalisk. The film is the first in the franchise to make the titular predator firmly the protagonist. While we have seen heroic predators in the Alien vs. Predator movies and some extended media, Badlands is the first film to make the predator the good guy, and the audience is fully intended to support Dek on his journey to prove himself to his clan. The best part of the film, in my opinion, is the atmosphere. From the get-go, the score and visuals are just glorious. It's like the entire movie is aura farming. The flora and fauna Dek comes up against are diverse and feel both real and threatening. The film has received some criticism for its humanizing of the predator, not just emotionally, but also in physical appearance. This could be waved away by the fact that Dek is considered a runt among the predators, but his face was definitely made more human and also more expressive. One of the most interesting aspects of Badlands is how it reconnects the Predator and Alien universes. The two Alien vs. Predator films were largely decanonized and contradicted by Prometheus and Alien Covenant, but I'm just happy to see these franchises in the same universe once again. We see the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, which first appeared in Alien, as well as the AI Mother. Additionally, we see a much larger version of the Caterpillar mech first featured in the original Aliens film. All in all though, Badlands is a fresh take and a welcome addition to the Predator saga. I'm happy to give it a 4 out of 5 Predators. But that's all I've got for you today. I'm Michael Barrett, and until next time, thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Michael. Personally, I think Dek was ore farming too much. Well, that's all we have for today, but don't go anywhere just yet. Sports is up next. For UIWtv, I'm Kase Victoria.
Yeah, let's go off the train. I'm heading that way. Yeah, man, I can meet you outside.
people, not monsters. If you are struggling, call or visit 211 for help.
Welcome back to UIW Sports. I'm Bella Mitchell, your sports insider for today. Cardinal football dropped a close one to Southeastern Louisiana 10-7. The Lions scored on a field goal and a 37-yard touchdown pass to take a 10-0 lead. UIW answered late with a 99-yard drive and a short touchdown run from Timothy Carter. A last-second 38-yard field goal hit the crossbar, securing the win for Southeastern. Quarterback E.J. Colson finished with 158 passing yards, but the Cardinals couldn't complete the comeback. UIW's men's basketball team put up a fight at Assembly Hall, but came up short in a 69-61 loss to Indiana. The Cardinals were trailing by as many as 17, but turned up the pressure late behind Taj Stavetsky, who scored 11 points in the final 7 minutes. Jordan Pike added 16 and Davion Bailey scored 10 while working through a tough shooting night. Despite the comeback, Indiana closed the door at the foul line, keeping UIW from completing the rally. The Cardinals now turn their focus to carrying that late game intensity into the next matchup. On the other hand, the women's basketball team enters the new season with momentum after a strong 2024-25 campaign. UIW finished 17-12 overall and 12-8 in Southland Conference play. The Cardinals secured a first-round bye in the conference tournament, then defeated Northwestern State in the quarterfinals to advance to the semifinals. This season also marks the debut of head coach Jasmine Player, who takes over the program after 3 years as associate head coach at Oklahoma State. Player brings high-level experience as she guides UIW into a demanding non-conference schedule and a new era for Cardinal women's basketball. In NBA news, the San Antonio Spurs will be without star player Victor Wembanyama for a few weeks after the team confirmed he suffered a left calf strain. Wembanyama underwent an MRI and has been ruled out as the team takes a cautious approach to his injury. The 21-year-old is dominating this season with 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Veterans Luke Cornett and Kelly Olynyk are expected to step up in his absence. The Spurs will reevaluate Wemby's return in 2 to 3 weeks to ensure a safe comeback. In women's soccer news, Timwa Chawinga of the Kansas City Current has been named the NWSL Most Valuable Player for the 2nd straight year, making her the first player in league history to win back-to-back MVP awards. Chawinga scored 15 goals this season, claiming another Golden Boot and helping the Current record 21 wins. She beat out teammates and league stars with votes from players, coaches, media, and fans. Her achievement shows her consistent elite performance in the league. Chawinga received her award at the NWSL's first formal award show, thanking her team for making the achievement possible. The NFL's New York Jets cornerback Chris Boyd is in stable condition after being shot Sunday in Manhattan. Head coach Aaron Glenn says Boyd is in good spirits and his wife and newborn are doing well. He underwent multiple procedures at Bellevue Hospital with a bullet still lodged in his lung. The Jets are focusing on Boyd's recovery, with Coach Glenn confident he will make a full comeback and return to health. Now that you're all caught up, let's take a look at this week's games to watch. Women's basketball will be taking on Rice University in their court on Sunday at 2 p.m. Then men's basketball will gear up against Texas Lutheran University next Wednesday at 2 p.m. And finally, the Cardinals have their final football game facing off Houston Christian University on Saturday at 2 p.m. And that's a wrap on sports today. For UIWtv, I'm Bella Mitchell. But before I go, let's turn it over to our social media question. With Thanksgiving coming up, I am grateful for my family and my teammates, but I'm curious to see what our viewers had to say. Ryan?
Thanks, Bella. Let's take a look, shall we? Alejandra said she is grateful for our awesome UIWtv crew. Michelle said, I'm thankful for my friends and loved ones. Finally, Holden said, I'm thankful for all our wonderful anchors, especially Leo. Thank you for all the responses. And if you haven't, make sure to follow us on Instagram at UIWtv. That's all the news we have for today. Thanks for joining us once again, and we look forward to seeing you next semester.